This exercise has been a really good one because we don't think about the skills and talents that we have until we're asked a silly question like, what is your favorite one? What is your favorite skill or talent? How did you learn it? Was it from childhood, school, or life experiences? And you know what? Okay, so all of these are talents, skills, talents. And I have to say that the favorite one boils down to this one that's down here. But I think teaching quilting, teaching journaling, teaching art processes, just teaching and turning people on to those aha moments that we have in artwork. But it all started with photography and not in school. It started with photography because my husband found a camera at a garage sale for like $3 or something. This was back in the 60s. And I fell in love with photography. And do I use photography in my artwork? Well, I scan all my pieces. No, I don't. Anyway, so one thing led to another. That's what I'm saying. All my life, one thing led to another. So I got into photography, and as a result of that, I got into the news business in a little daily newspaper as a staff photographer. Then I got into layout. Then I got into writing. And I got into editing. And so I've spent a very joyful, I'm 75 years old now, and I've spent a pretty joyful career in the news business. It's not fake news. I love telling stories about people, and I never got into, well, no, that's not true. I got into hard news. I carried a camera in the news business in the Dallas-Fort Worth market for ages. But not forever, thank God. I live in California now. In the last 20 years of my career, I was working as a editor of a monthly newspaper. So I got to pick everything. I got to put it on the pages. I got to lay it out. I got to edit it. I got to write a lot of it. I got to interview people. This was really great. I was really glad to quit. So anyway, this was all my professional career. And that led to all this journaling stuff that I've done over the years. So a lot of journaling, small group work, and that led to dream work. So I've been involved in teaching dream work, teaching how to work with dreams, teaching how to use a personal journal. Boy, when I was in the news business, I was actually teaching a goal-setting class. You know, you do everything, don't you, over the years? But really, the most fun I have had is teaching. So I am a quilter, yes. I'm not a fine quilter, but I love quilting. I'll attach some of my photos of some of my favorite quilts. I love teaching journaling because journaling is one of those things that takes you in a deeper place, takes you inside, explorations of me. Journaling takes us inside, and art journaling does that too. I love teaching art processes. So we have a local Book Arts Guild special interest group, and I've taught a couple of things here. And let's see, that is probably my favorite thing is teaching. Oh God, I love turning people on to things that make them happy, that open them up. It's fun. Okay, so I'm going to do some more work with this page, and I'm going to turn off my sound again and figure out what I'm going to do to finish this page, and then I will be done. So, and then I will show you some of my stuff. So, you guys know about this process where you take a magazine image? Oh, I like that one too. You take a magazine image and you rub a sanding thing over a stencil. So that's what I did with that to change that background a little bit. So I'm going to just glue some stuff on here that I found that I want to add to this page to finish it and talk to you and keep talking about all this stuff that you have made me think of tonight by doing this exercise. Golly. You know, the first journal workshop I led was back in the 80s. I had taken a journal, the intensive journal workshop with a beloved friend in Dallas, a minister friend, Wally Chapel in Dallas, and had learned about this process. And then later I was in my role as a news reporter, and I was talking to the junior college people about journaling and why didn't they have any journal classes in their community college. And he said, I don't know, because you haven't sent me a proposal yet. And so I did. I sent him a proposal. And that's how that all happened, right? I mean, isn't that the way it happens? You know, I tore these off because I like a torn edge better, but then I like the little information that was on it. So here it's going down on the page anyway. Anyway, so yeah, that the journal workshop started that way, and they went on in Fort Worth at the Tarrant County Junior College system for a long time. Well, probably 3 or 4 years. And that was a long time in those days, wasn't it? And yeah, so that was cool. Just go and do it. Whatever it is that you know how to do, other people don't. So you can just go show them. And then all of a sudden, bammo, you're a teacher. So that's kind of fun. I always loved my teachers. You know, it's funny. I was wishing as I was doing this exercise that I had discovered journalism cleverly in high school, like a lot of people do. They get led into the journalism department and they're on the newspaper or they're on the staff of the annual or, you know, stuff like that. And I never did anything like that. And I think that kids, you know, kids don't know what they are, and they don't know what they want to be when they're in high school. So funny to, you know, I was like, when I went back to college finally, I went back at age 28, and then I was a 28-year-old sophomore reporter. And, you know, it's so funny to go back to school in your late 20s, because it was all there. I could have done it. Could have done it the first time around, right? Presumably. But I apparently couldn't. So anyway, yeah, so I went back to college as a 28-year-old sophomore reporter. And got my degree in journalism, and I really loved journalism. All my life I loved journalism. Journalism's getting a real bad rap these days, so take care of your friendly journalists. So let's see, what else to tell you about all this? I was fired from my first journalism job. Isn't that sad? It was. I'm putting a little bit of bling, a little extra color on here. But getting fired allowed my father to say the most personal thing, the most perfect thing he ever said to me, which was, "Oh, I'm so sorry you loved that job." And it's true, I did. I loved that job. I was really proud of being a journalist. I actually won an award. I should show you my Dallas Press Club. I won an award. Oh my God. I won an award for journalism. Check that out. The Dallas Press Club. Press Club of Dallas, 1976 Katie Award, Barbara Clark, Best Television Feature. See there? Isn't she great? She's over above my desk, behind my. So on the wide shot, you might see her. So if I remember, I'll point her out on the wide shot. Yeah. Love journalism. So glad to retire, though. You know, I was at it for all those years, and boy, I've had the most fun I've had since I've retired. Okay, so this has to dry, and then I have to do some more pen work on this stuff, right? And then I think I'm gonna pack it in. So maybe I'll shoot some more pen work here, but you guys know what that looks like. I don't need to do that probably. Isn't it fun? I love it. All right, talk to you later. Or maybe not till next month. So here we are. I'm happy with that. They wanted a border. So I got a border. Some little bling in there. So, blessings. So this is my book that I have spilled in over the years, starting with the Susie Blue workshop. I call this book Enter. So I enter myself in this book. This is the page I did last time. This is the page I did this time. And now she goes back into the beautiful quilted cover that I'm no longer going to ever do any painting on, right? And here she is. Folded up till next month. Don't you love tools? Blessed be.